I would like to announce that Marco Santarelli finished first in his class at Bryant Academy. Yates, I think we should have a glass of champagne on that.
Actually, I wasn't first in everything.
In that case, Yates, make it half a glass.
What is your field, Mr. Santarelli?
Economics.
Oh, very important. The oppression of the lower classes flows directly from the law of supply and demand.
Francois, you must get Vanessa to show you some of her clay figures. She is very artistic.
Pardon, madame?
Vanessa est un sculpteur.
Ah, you are like Rodin.
Oh, hardly.
Phipps has built her a studio in the greenhouse. Vanessa, dear, perhaps you'll take Francois out and show him?
My studio is private. I prefer to keep it that way.
President Taft has put on so much weight. One would think a country as powerful as America should have an attractive president.
I fear your political views are rather superficial, Maud.
Oh.
I'll take Taft over Teddy any time.
Oh.
Don't you think big business deserves to be attacked, Father? After all, most big businessmen are greedy pigs who don't care that millions of the poor live in obscene poverty. Mr. Santarelli, Father told me you come from the slums. I'd love to know what they were like.
Vanessa, I think that Thanksgiving is hardly an appropriate time to talk about the slums.
Why not? We have everything to give thanks for. The poor have nothing. I think we should spend at least a few minutes thinking about them. It might do us some good.
The only thing I'll say about the slums is that they're a good place to get away from.
Here, here.
That's not describing them. Tell us about the stench, the filth, the cockroaches.
Vanessa,
Vanessa, that's enough. If you love the slums so much, go and live in them. I'd be delighted to pay your rent. In the meantime, we're trying to enjoy our meal.
You show your sculpture to no one?
Well, just to certain people. I can't stand Francois. But if you'd like to see them.
I'd like to very much.
Father pretends to like my sculpting, but he really doesn't. But then, he disapproves of most of what I do and say. I love to sketch. I spend hours out here.
This is very good.
No, it's not, but it's a start. I go into the city twice a week for life classes. I hope I didn't embarrass you at lunch talking about the slums.
You didn't embarrass me.
I love Father, but politically, he's a mossback. May I ask you a rude question?
Sure.
Why is Maud so interested in you?
I used to work for her in Italy.
I don't particularly like her, but I've made my peace with her because she makes Father happy. Did she ever... Well, do you think she was ever interested in you romantically?
Maud? Of course not. She's a lady. I'm a nobody.
There was this countess in Paris who ran off with her groom.
Not Maud.
Are you staying the entire weekend?
No, I must get back to school.
I think it's wonderful what you're doing. I mean, education is the answer.
For the lower classes?
Oh, I didn't mean it that way.
Of course you did. I don't mind. I think it is the answer.
Will you be coming here Christmas?
I don't know.
Do come. Father always takes us on a cruise then. And while I don't approve of yachts, I have to admit it's a lot of fun. I'll tell Father to invite you.
She's all alone in the saloon now. Oh, here comes one of the villains. He's all in black. I think he's drunk.
He is.
Oh, I think he's going to ravish her. He is going to ravish her. Georgie, I do not approve.
Don't worry.
Ah, here comes our hero. He'll thrash the dirty ruffian.
Big kiss. Cut it. How's that for you? Good? Diana was beautiful.
What did I tell you?
All I want you to do is get the kiss in the air.
You'll never guess who I met at Ellis Island a bit ago. Kevin Murray. No, you're joking. I wish I was. Kevin says they've picked up all the others. They're going to hang them.
Dear God. Don't worry, they can't touch you now.
I hope not. But the past has a way of catching up to you.
Look, love. Don't you think it's time you made it up with Casey and with Kathleen? I do not. I'll never forgive them for what they did. Getting Marco sent back to Italy.
Georgie.
No, Bridie, don't try to talk me round. They've cost me the love of my life. I may not talk about him, but he's with me every minute of the day. I only pray he's safe and well, wherever he is.
This sure beats the Lower East Side.
You mustn't fall in love with all this, you know.
Well, what?
Father's world. The yacht, garden court. It's all beautiful, of course, but it's all wrong. When I inherit it, I'm going to give half of everything away to the poverty-stricken masses.
You're serious?
Quite serious.
Hey, just my luck. By the time you give it away, I won't be poor anymore. Diablo.
I win again.
Oh, no.
I don't care. It's a stupid game. I hate it.
Why did I ever send that girl to that school in Switzerland?
Excuse me, sir, but maybe I could talk to her.
Marco, good idea. You talk to her. I'd appreciate it.
Excuse me.
That's a very civilized young man. You may be able to do something with her.
He's also a very eligible young man.
Maud, what are you suggesting?
Very simply, that perhaps what Vanessa needs is a good-looking young Italian.
It's chilly out here. You want to catch pneumonia?
Would anyone care if I did?
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not. I've never fitted in. And I probably never will. You know, I'm glad you've come along.
Why?
You're an outsider, like me. You're very beautiful. I'd like to sketch you.
You're not afraid of me, are you?
I have to go.
She's very young. She's been in girls' schools all her life. According to Phipps, she's never shown much interest in men. But I think she likes you.
Maud, I swear I've done nothing to encourage her.
That's just the trouble, my sweet. Phipps is very worried about her. He's afraid she'll bring home some ratty little socialist or a desiccated Long Island blue blood, which is even worse. What she needs is a firm hand. Someone strong, sensible, ambitious. It's not such a terrible price to pay, Marco, for all this.
What do you want? Don't. Say you love me. Say it.
So what else does Jake say?
Oh, nothing much. Just that, you know, he's excited about Nellie being pregnant, naturally, and new shows, big hit.
No. Read me the part about the club. Oh, baby, come on.
There's never been a better time to open a club. I'm serious about this. Roscoe, I haven't forgotten what you and Flora did for me, so you better act now while I still have money to invest.
Oh, damn, let's do it. What are we waiting for?
Flora, why should I live like a nigger in New York when I'm living like a man here in Paris?
Honey, you could have your own club.
I don't want my own club. I feel out of place over there.
Why? You're an American.
Hell, I am. Come on, Flora, now you don't believe in that emancipation stuff, now do you really? Look, honey, for people like Jake, immigrants, America's the land of opportunity. But for me, it's just a place where they call me boy.
Well, let me tell you something, boy. I was born in New York City, and I'm going to get back there someday, with or without you.
And Flora,
three branches of government are the executive, legislative, and judicial. Right. Nellie, check me on the Declaration of Independence.
Not again.
I've got to learn this stuff for my citizenship class. Oh, Mama's a little touchy today. Maybe because I haven't told her how beautiful she is.
Knock it off, Jake. I'm not beautiful, I'm fat. And Billy Burke just got a part I should have had if I wasn't stuck here like some kind of fat milk cow.
It'll all be worth it. You wait. You're gonna love this little fella.
It's gonna take me months to get back my figure.
All right. You listen. We the people, of the United States, right, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility.
And that I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservations. Or purpose of evasion, so help me God. Congratulations. You are now citizens of the United States of America.
He's a fine little broth of a boy, so he is.
It's nice of you to say so, Seamus.
Oh, that fella Kevin came by for the money you left.
Good. I hope we've seen the last of him. But it's for the cause and all. Oh, my word.
Something amiss.
Someone's come back from the dead. Unfortunately.
Georgia, I had to tell you. Please, darling. It's not worth it.
He's a rotten man. He's been living here making his way without so much as a... Hello, how are you?
Who is she?
It says he's marrying Senator Ogden's daughter. From the picture, she's no beauty. I'd wager it was her money, and not his undying love that was taking them to the altar.
We'll find someone better for you. Someone decent. Oh, darling, there'll be others better than him.
Don't feel sorry for me. I'm going to be all right. Just don't feel sorry. I'll be all right. Will you leave me now? I'll be just fine.
Dear Georgie, this is the most difficult letter I've ever had to write. I pray that you will understand.
Not bad, huh, Jake? You see those fancy people out there? Those politicians and millionaires? You know what they've been thinking all day? Vanessa Ogden bought herself a good-looking Italian who'll keep her happy in bed. That's what they've been thinking, Jake. But they're wrong.
What? Say it.
She hates it. She's at the limit. She hates sex. Here I am, Marco Santarelli, the stud of Manhattan, right? I can't warm her up. She finds the whole idea, oh, what is the word? Degrading.
What are you telling me? That you've never even...
Once. A disaster. And she got pregnant. Here I am.
Marco, give her a little time. I'm sure that if you're patient, everything will work out okay.
Ah, Jake, I've been looking all over for you. Nellie isn't feeling well. She wants to go home. Morning sickness.
Well, to a long and happy marriage. Chaim.
To our kids.
Better go easy on that.
Why? I'm rich. They can't deport me now. To hell with those people out there. To hell with love. Maud, did I ever tell you about Georgie O'Donnell, the girl I met on the boat?
Remember what I told you, Caro. There's a price for everything. I paid the price, Marco. So can you.
Carl, I wait for you outside.
Morning to you, Mary Ann. That's the young squire then, eh? The son and heir.
What is it, Captain?
They hung the boys. I got the word last week. But don't you worry, sweetheart. Your secret's safe with me. Look, you know how I hate to trouble you, but well, I'm having a wee spot of trouble at the minute, you know?
Look, I've got no money to spare. I've quit my job.
Well, look, I promise I'll not bother you again. Now, you've got my solemn word on that. I've got to get myself to Chicago. I've got a cousin working on the railways out there. Promised me a job, so he did.
How much do you need?
30.
All right. It'll take me a couple of days. You can collect it on Monday at the newsstand.
God bless you, Brady. I always knew you were one of the lads. And a fine figure of a woman, too, if you don't mind me saying so.
I got here as fast as I could. Well, how's Nellie? Has she had it yet?
Nellie's fine. It's a girl.
A girl! That's wonderful news, Jake. Fantastico.
There were problems with the birth. Her brain. The doctor says she won't be normal. My little girl, Marco. A little girl.
Mommy, when's Aunt Georgie's movie coming on?
Right after the news recording.
Good luck, Carl. Thank you, Tom.
Well, I'm gonna miss the old place. The sounds, the faces.
The lice, the fleas.
No, these people all have something special. They have courage and fortitude.
And rickets, and TB. And let us not forget the certifiably insane.
I thought the Irish were supposed to be sentimental.
Only on St. Paddy's Day. Now you listen to me. You've had a good run. You've been rich in things of the spirit. Now it's time to be rich in things of the bank account.
Bridget, it's only a neighborhood practice. I'm not going to Park Avenue.
All in good time, Doctor. We could use the extra money with a larger family to support.
Are you telling me, honey? That is wonderful. That's wonderful.
Roscoe, your attitude is all wrong.
Well, can we talk about my attitude later?
Why are we going to America?
You've been hitting on me for years.
But the only reason we're going is to run away. You can forget it.
Floyd, just tell me, what do you want?
I want a commitment to stay.
All right. All right.
I mean, we're immigrants just like your buddy Jake Rubin. We're just immigrating in reverse.
Honey, if we don't get on that boat, we ain't immigrating anywhere.
This is the happiest day of my life, baby, and I owe it all to Kaiser Wilhelm.
There are bright beaming stars in the heavenly skies, but they're nowhere as bright as the stars in our eyes. Can it be you're like me, and we're already falling in love, in love? There's a soft, soothing breeze as the moon starts to rise, but it's nowhere as soft as our sweet, gentle sighs. Can it be you're like me, and we're already falling in love?
I believe such a dream could come true on an evening like this that feels perfectly blissful with you, just you.
While a look at the clock shows how swiftly time flies, there will always be time later on for goodbyes. Now it's easy to see that we're already falling in love. while a look at the clock shows how swiftly time flies.
There will always be time later on for goodbyes. Now it's easy to see that we're already
Mrs. Fleming.
She's just dozing off.
How is she?
Her fever's almost gone. She's going to be all right, Mr. Reuben. You really mustn't worry, sir.
I'll just go in and kiss her goodnight.
She's always glad to see her daddy.
Cool as a cucumber. Your cold's gonna be all gone tomorrow. But now, look what Daddy has for you. Laura, I love you. Do you know that?
Mommy.
Yes, Mom will be back very soon. I'll see you in the morning, all right?
Thought you were asleep.
No. I was watching you get undressed. It's the best show in town.
How would you know what a good show is? You didn't even stay for the closing.
I was worried about Laura. She's a lot better.
I know. I did look in on her. You spend all your time worrying about her. What do we pay Mrs. Fleming for?
Come on, Nellie, you know it's not the same.
So now I'm a bad mother.
I didn't say that. I'm glad the show closed. We can spend more time together as a family. Nellie.
Oh, no, Jake, I'm tired.
I don't know how you expect to make babies when we never make love.
We're not going to make babies. There won't be any more kids. The deal was one child, and that's it.
Deal? It's not a deal. It's supposed to be a marriage.
Would you leave me alone? You're always at me about this. You want to turn me into a fat fishwife because Laura's not normal. Get your hands off me, Jake!
Why did you marry me, Nellie?
Stop it!
Was it just for what I could do for you?
Yes, if you must know. You immigrant pig! Jake, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Jake, I'm sorry.
Hey, mister. Want to have some fun? Come on, we go to my place. What's the matter? You not like?
I like fine. Where you from?
Vilna.
Vilna. My village was near Vilna.
Come on, we have good time.
Here. Go home. Get a job. There's enough whores in New York City. You should know, I married one.
Happy birthday, son.
My birthday.
Sweetheart, you had your birthday last month.
But I want presents.
All right, I'll get you a present.
Well, this boy is coming inside the house with me right now to see his extra special present.
How about a kiss for Mommy?
Politics? You?
Why not?
Well, you don't know anything about it.
You can teach me. I want to run against Pat Riley next fall in the 13th district. I want to be the first immigrant to be elected to the state senate.
That's Casey O'Donnell's territory. And Riley's a tough man to beat. He's got the Irish machine behind him, and he has deals with every crook in Greenwich Village.
The village is full of Italians who came through Ellis Island, just as I did. I'm that one educated Italian immigrant who can tell those people in their own language that one of their own kind will represent them in the legislature. And I think they'll vote for me.
A good idea. A very good idea. It never occurred to me. Why not? You're a natural. Wouldn't I just love to break O'Donnell's stranglehold on that district? Yes, my God, you're the man to beat that hack, Riley. Yes, my boy. A very good idea.
I will not be a political wife. I saw what that did to Mother.
It would not be like that.
All that handshaking and baby kissing, the endless late-night meetings. Marco's hardly at home as it is.
He wants to do this.
There are plenty of other things for him to do besides running for state senator.
You don't have to do anything except stand by his side and look pretty. You're the one who's always on fire for the rights of man. Here's a chance to do something about it.
Don't you understand? I'll fail him. Just like I failed at everything else. I'm a lousy wife. A rotten mother. And a fraud as an artist. Fraud! Fraud! Fraud!
right, sweetheart. It's all right.
I'm going home, Mr. Rubin. Thanks, Jerry. Don't worry, I'll lock up.
Why don't you try it in G?
Hello, Abe. How the hell are you?
In the pink. Now, what's the matter with you? Ain't you got a home to go to?
Are you kidding? I've got the Fifth Avenue townhouse with a great view of the park. Of course, my wife and I sleep in separate bedrooms, but that view would knock your socks off. I should have listened to you. You were right.
Ah, come on, I'll buy you a seltzer. Well, when's the show open?
10 days, I hope. We're having some problems. Nellie is playing Florence Nightingale.
Sounds like a cute idea. I mean, you get her some skimpy costumes, maybe a funny hospital scene.
No. She says it's got to be serious.
Probably will be.
Manny, are the papers out yet?
Not yet, Mr. Rubin.
You don't want to see the papers tonight, don't you? Hey, keep up your strength.
What?
Composing. Tomorrow you start work on your next show. And no more Nightingales, Florence or otherwise.
Well, Nellie doesn't have to worry. Her reviews will be great. Nellie Byfield, lovely and talented as ever, struggled valiantly in a losing cause.
Where is she anyway? I mean, it couldn't be a party.
No, she went straight to bed.
On a night like this, that's the best place to be.
Nellie, I love you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm a married woman.
Morning.
Morning, Squire.
I'll have a horse racing form, please.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Mm-hmm. Well. Place hasn't changed a bit.
Makes mine look like an old rag. An expensive rag. Darling. Where's that Adonis of a son-in-law of yours? Oh, there he is. Every time I see him, I wish I were 15 years younger. Oh, Hello, Vanessa. Hello. What a charming dress. I seem to recall you wore it last year, too. I think it's so wise to economize in these difficult times. Enjoy yourself.
And so the handsome congressional candidate and his little wifey danced the night away at Millie Renfrew's Newport soiree.
Van, I want you to do me a favor.
Anything, master.
Can we call a truce for one night? There are all kinds of political people here who Phipps wants me to meet.
Well, go and meet them, dearest. Don't let me stand in your way.
President in his right mind would let us get involved in the European war.
I'd like you to meet my son-in-law, Marco Santorelli, Henry's sweetie, New York hero.
You're the one who's running for state senator from the 13th.
Yes, I am. How do you do? You write for the paper?
Sometimes. Mostly I own you.
No, don't be unfair, Henry. You only brought it a week ago. Haven't changed the locks yet.
Or the editorial policy.
For God's sake, get her out of here.
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, the defender of the poor, who lives in a Long Island mansion. The voice of the people, who says what he's paid to say. The American success story, who married his way to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, Marco Santorelli. Is this what you want me to do, darling?
We'll go home now, Van.
To fifth again. Higher, reach higher. Hands fluttering. Everyone be like a swan. We'll do a little turn. And curtsy. All right. I'll see you all next time.
I see. That's great. Wonderful.
I think she enjoyed it.
Yes, I think she did.
I'm not sure she understood all the instructions, but then neither do I half the time. She moves very well to the music. You should bring her back sometime.
Thanks, I think I will. Let's go, Laura.
Good morning, Madam Lavista.
Good morning, my darling. Ah, there you are. So, how did we like our first lesson?
We liked it fine, thanks to the teacher.
Ah, yes. Violet. She's lovely, no?
She certainly is.
And a gifted dancer. She is my most talented pupil. It is a great pity, a tragedy that she is not the most serious. In Russia, she would have the world at her feet, but what can I do? There is no tradition classique in this country. All my best dancers only wish to be on Broadway. You people, you steal them all.
I'd love to see Violet dance.
You see, it begins.
Time to go, Laura.
In the circumstances, I shouldn't even tell you that we are giving a dance recital at the Chelsea Hall tomorrow night.
No, you probably shouldn't.
And tell me, how is Nellie?
Mother? Mother, I'd like you to meet Jake Rubin. His little girl Laura is in my children's class.
Mrs. Weiler, it is a pleasure to meet you.
How do you do?
Your daughter is quite talented. You must be very proud.
Very.
Well, should be going. I enjoyed it very much.
You'll have to come over for tea sometime. That'll be nice, won't it, Mother? Yes.
Yes. Well, Mrs. Weiler? Violet?
Violet, dear. Read about this man in the paper. He's a Tin Pan Alley songwriter.
That's right. The best.
He's an immigrant, dear, practically right off the boat.
Mother, this is America. We're off from somewhere else.
I'm sorry, dear. One does not receive such people socially. It's out of the question.
I suppose you noticed that I wasn't centered on that final arabesque last night.
Oh, yes, shocking. I almost walked out.
Madam gave me the strangest look.
Anything like the look your mother gave me. What would she say if she knew you were here with me now?
She wouldn't mind.
Really? I mean, here you are at the plaza having tea and cakes with a married man. What would she say?
She wouldn't say a word. She'd be dead. I've seen your wife many times. She's just wonderful.
Violet, I didn't come to talk about my wife. Tell me about you. How long have you been dancing?
Oh, since I was 3. It was my father who really encouraged me. He came to all my lessons.
You must be very proud.
Daddy died 2 years ago.
Sorry.
Anyway, Madame Levitska keeps pushing me to turn professional. Not ballet, of course, it's much too late for that, but she thinks I could make it on Broadway.
You want me to get you an audition?
Oh, no, that's the last thing I'd want.
It is?
Jake, the thing I love the most is teaching. I've got this one class at a settlement house down on the Lower East Side. Some of the kids are just off the boat. If you could see them, I'm boring you.
No, no, you're not.
Keep going on and on. You don't really care
Violet.
about them.
Shut up and talk.
You'd forget it had if it wasn't nailed on. All right, keep your shirt on. What did you forget?
Hello, Marianne. May I come in? Whoa. Nasty bit of weather out there. Reminds me of the old sod, eh? Ah, a fire. Now, that's what I call a real welcome.
What do you want, Kevin?
Hey, come on. Don't be sharp with me. After all, it's been nearly 5 years.
You'd best state your business and leave. My husband will be home any minute.
He won't be home. I just saw him go out. He won't be back for hours yet, I bet. Sure, a doctor's life's very difficult, isn't it? Do you mind if I,
How much do you want?
I don't want your money. Not this time. I've come for an older debt.
Please go away.
I will, darling. Once I've had what I want.
No!
All of it, Marianne. I want it, Marianne. I want it all. Don't fight it, slut! Don't fight it!
Please.
I did it with him.
Kevin Murray was blackmailing me. It went on for some years. But I had thought I'd seen the last of him.
What did he have on you?
That's not your business.
Mrs. Travers, if I'm to
No.
continue...
I'll not give you that. It happened a long time ago, in another country. The only one it can hurt now is my husband.
Well, you'd better tell him before another Kevin Murray turns up on your doorstep.
Carl, I had done this terrible thing back in Ireland.
I don't give a damn about that.
Carl, a man was killed because of me. I was young, idealistic. God knows we all were. And the others were caught and hanged by the British. Imagine how I felt.
If only you trusted me. To keep it from me year after year, and you kept paying money to that man. Well, I guess it serves me right. For marrying a girl off the boat, you were on the run. I must look pretty good to you.
No, that's not true.
I never ever knew you. Who are you, Bridget?
Your wife. The mother of your children.
And a liar.
Oh, you can go to hell. No. I'm sorry, Carl. I didn't mean that. Please, don't go. I'm so sorry.
Some guys, they ride one flop, it makes them crazy. They feel like they'll never hit it right again.
I don't feel that way.
It's not the end of the world.
I believe you.
You do?
Absolutely.
Then how come you're not home right now? Working on your next show night and day?
I'm in love.
Oh, your wife's a wonderful woman. I always said so.
No, you didn't, and you know damn well I'm not talking about her.
All right. Let me guess. You discovered another singer.
A dancer.
Singer, dancer, what's the difference?
The difference is she doesn't want to perform. Not even on Broadway.
They all want something.
I think she just wants me.
She's doing very nicely.
That's good to hear. Well, thank you, Miss Weiler.
Not at all, Mr. Rubin.
We'd better be going. Marco, come on, you got a speech to give.
Who is it?
Marco Santarelli. I read about it.
She's very tired, as you can imagine. She really needs rest and quiet. Look, to be frank, I'm not sure she'd welcome you. Don't you understand? You hurt her enough already.
Bridget, I want to see her.
I'm sorry. I will not permit it.
If she needs help, I have friends down at the police commission.
Oh, do you now? You sound just like my Uncle Casey. Friends in high places. Influence.
I could have used it a few years ago, when he framed me.
Water under the bridge. If it's any consolation to you, my sister hasn't spoken to him since.
Not a day passes when I don't think of her.
Don't come here looking for absolution. You made your choice.
You've grown bitter.
Just tired.
Will you at least tell Georgie that I came by?
Good day, Mr. Santarelli.
Righty, who was it?
No one. Go back to bed.
Can't think of anything to say. Some songwriter, huh?
Why be nervous? After all, it's just...
Lunch?
Right.
Right.
My mother thinks I'm at a lecture. The woman's role in Jewish history.
You could always talk about my grandmother.
I can't stop thinking about you.
Violet, I want more than just afternoons with you.
I know that.
I won't lie to you. Ellie will never give me a divorce.
I know what I'm doing, Jake. I know what I want.
When are you coming home, Mommy?
Pretty soon, darling.
You look all well.
I almost am. I'm feeling lots better. Mommy just needs a little more time to rest. Give me a big kiss now. Goodbye, Marco. Thank you for coming.
I have a speaking engagement next Saturday. I could send him with more to bring him myself on Sunday.
As you wish. It makes no difference.
Come on, Mark.
Hello. Oh, hello. I'm Una Marbury. I noticed you at the evening meal yesterday. Please note, I do not call it dinner.
I'm Vanessa Santorelli.
I'm here because of gin. What's your problem?
Any booze will do for me.
Did you do something ghastly?
Probably. I can't quite remember.
Oh, I adore ghastly things. I love to take my clothes off at parties.
All your clothes?
Well, my dear, there'd be no point in just taking off one's shoes. I'm obviously a frustrated nudist.
Apparently not that frustrated.
Oh, it's considered quite tame where I come from.
Where's that?
Greenwich Village. I run an art gallery. I'm terribly bohemian, my dear. Terribly. My family haven't spoken to me for years. Thank God. They're awful bores. Santorelli. There's a Marco Santorelli running for state senator in my district.
That's my husband.
Ah, so your father must be that ghastly Senator Ogden. I hope you can't stand his politics.
I'm a socialist.
Oh, how delicious. So am I. We'll have so much to talk about. Thank heaven. This place is boring beyond belief. All this ghastly nature. One longs for something artificial.
Another nightmare. That's the second one this week. I just can't get it out of my head, Brady. You will in time. Georgie, try to remember what the judge said. Not guilty. I know. But it's a terrible thing to have killed a man. I know what it's like. Oh, Brady, I'm sorry. It's all right. Go to sleep now. I'll try.
He's going around the whole district telling a sob story about how he came through Ellis Island.
Yeah, the Italians are eating it up.
He's a good speaker, Casey. Nice-looking guy, and the ladies love him.
Look, the Italians are Catholics just like us. I know I can reach them.
Ah, shut up, Pat. I didn't take him serious at first. But this could get out of hand. Pat,
you go back up to Albany.
Shouldn't I be here?
No, you shouldn't. You should be far away, looking like a statesman, because we're going to start to sling it. And I don't want none of it to get in you. Phipps Ogden is behind this. He's trying to pry me loose by running his son-in-law against me. I wonder if he knows that Marco Santorelli was his wife's gigolo.
Ellis Island immigrant to be elected to the New York State Legislature. There are millions of us who have come to this great country, who have had to take the lowest paying jobs because we were the newcomers. I came to this country with nothing but the clothes on my back.
You took him off pretty quick.
Hey, shut up! Give him a chance!
Ask him about more tolerance. He was a gigolo.
These hecklers are being paid by my opponent, Pat Riley, and his boss, Casey O'Donnell. Go back to O'Donnell and tell him I'm fully aware of all his deals with the city. It's time to clean out these bums. I swear, if you elect me your state senator, I will clean up this district and give you honest representation in Albany.
You were great. I really think you're going to win.
Well, it's going to be a battle.
Well, here's a little something to help with the campaign.
But Nellie, Jake already gave me a contribution.
This is for me.
As his campaign manager, we accept.
If there's anything else I can do, sing a song for the rally or something.
Gee, Miss Byfield, that would be wonderful. I know you're with the new Ziegfeld show. Do you think he could spare you for one night?
Ziggy would never deny me, especially when it's something as important as this.
I'll get it in the papers that a Ziegfeld star is singing for you. We'll double the crowd.
That would be great, Nellie. I can't thank you enough for your support.
My pleasure.
There wasn't any truth in what they were saying, was there?
I was a poor kid, Gene. I didn't have a dime. I did what I had to do to get by.
I've taken out a writ enjoining them from using smear tactics in their campaign literature. By God, Maud, there are times when I'm sorry that dueling is illegal. Man's impugned my wife's honor. He's told a damn lie.
Not precisely.
Maud, do you know what they're saying?
Let me guess. They're saying that Marco Santorelli was my lover.
Well?
A youthful, or perhaps midlife, indiscretion, my dear.
You lied to me.
I didn't say yes or no. You know, Phipps, whether you like it or not, Marco has been a brilliant investment. Could you ask for a better son-in-law, a more patient husband for poor Vanessa, a more loving father to your beloved grandson?
Damn you, Maud, you twist everything. Was he, do you still,
The answer is no. Rough country wine is amusing at a certain time in one's life. It cannot compare with a great, noble vintage, either in taste, finish, or ultimate satisfaction. Tomorrow, I will write out a statement denying all these charges and threatening to sue your dear friend Henry, who printed in the New York Herald. You can take it to him sometime time in the afternoon?
Why not in the morning?
You'll be too tired. Mother? I'm not a mother. I don't deserve to be called that word. My life is over. Through. Finny!
Mother, come on. Let's be reasonable.
Reasonable? You go to hotels with married men, songwriters, and you expect me to be reasonable?
I'm glad it's out in the open. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I'm in love with him.
Are you out of your mind?
Jake's a fine, decent man. He's wonderfully talented and sensitive. He's even Jewish.
You listen to me, young woman. This liaison is to cease. Instantly.
No.
If it weren't for the war, I'd send you to Europe. As it stands, you'll go to Cleveland.
Cleveland?
To stay with your aunt until a suitable husband can be found for you.
Forget it.
Where are you going?
To a tryst with my lover, of course.
Violet, if you leave this house, you do not come back.
Oh, Mother, I'm going to my dance class. Do you want me to give up everything?
Yes.
Welcome home, Miss Vanessa.
Thank you, Yates. Is my son at home?
Master Mark is staying at a friend's house,
And my husband?
campaigning. He'll be back on the weekend. The Senator and Mrs. Ogden in Washington, of course.
Of course.
When I was the mistress of His Majesty the Tsar, oh, what a lover, what a bear of a man. When I was his mistress, I learned the most important rule of the game. Negotiate.
Negotiate what?
Take a little step forward. See what he does. Then take another little step. See what he offers. Negotiate. Don't rush on, Violet. Go slow. You got what he wants. He must pay for it.
I don't want money.
What a schoolgirl you are. You know so little. The lover pays for everything.
I couldn't ask Jake to do that.
Oh, he will offer, I guarantee.
Is that how you handle the Tsar?
Oh, it is very different with Tsars. Very different.
But you don't understand. There are certain problems.
There are always problems. But you must think carefully now. To have an affair is one thing. To be a mistress, that is something else.
I'm not sure I want to be a mistress. It's just not me. I can't handle that kind of life. And it would destroy my mother and any love I have for Jake.
Then you must break with him, my child. The sooner, the better.
What's it called? Promise of Spring. It's by Carol DeWitt, my dear. She's extremely, one might almost say ostentatiously, talented. I'm convinced she's a vampire. I've never seen her in the light of day. She has no mirrors in her apartment. It's quite possible she's dead.
It's very, suggestive.
Oh, my dear, it's erotic. It's quite obscene. It has been only by exercising the fiercest self-control that I've been able not to molest it. Do you like it?
Very much. I think I'll change my whole style.
Splendid. You'll find that trying to copy nature is a tedious thing. Who cares about a tree? What Carol has captured, well, in my opinion, is the essence of lust. It's terribly interesting.
Is it expensive?
$500. It's a steal.
I'll take it.
Good. I suppose you wish it sent to that monument of bad taste, your father's house.
I'm afraid so. I'm stuck there for the time being. Oh, Una, this is all so fascinating. I don't want to leave.
Then why should you? The hair's a little too long. I'll have to do something about that. You know, you're really quite beautiful.
There's a Mrs. Weiler out here to see you.
Well, show her in, Stella.
Mrs. Rubin?
Yes?
I'm sorry to disturb you like this.
Not at all. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Weiler. Like in the department store?
Yes.
I used to work there once in Notions before I started singing. What's your connection? To the store, I mean.
Oh, I own it.
Oh, well, it's a nice place to shop.
Mrs. Rubin.
Yes?
This is a most difficult task. That is, what I have to say may well be quite disturbing, but,
Oh. Just relax. Can't be that bad. You'll find it takes quite a lot to upset me. You son of...
Wonderful. Truly magnificent.
Yes.
Well, I'll be going off to bed. Good night.
Good night, Bridie.
Good night.
It's a play.
Beg your pardon?
A little stage play between husband and wife with the same lines every night. I should think you'd get tired of it.
It's better this way.
Better. With you down here night after night. She made one mistake. One mistake. And you've condemned her for eternity.
She deceived me.
Carl, I know what it's like to be deceived by someone you love. But this is something else entirely. Your pride's just wounded. She's your wife. She loves you. Don't throw it away.
It's no saint you met at Ellis Island, Carl. Just me the way I am.
I don't want to lose you, Bridie.
I'm afraid.
And so am I.
Jake, I raced into this affair like some wide-eyed kid. But it isn't all romance anymore. It's serious, and people are getting hurt.
All I know is I'm not letting you go. I'll leave Nellie.
And Laura?
I'll get you an apartment. At least we can be together until I work something out.
Like Madame Levitska and the Tsar. I'm not cut out to be a mistress. I'm sorry, Jake.
I'm not letting you go. I'm not.
I'm looking in the mirror. Well, I'm lovely as can be. So why's he making eyes over her? He should be loving me, yeah. He should be loving me. Well, I'm lovely, oh yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we're honored tonight to have the composer of that song in the club. Please say hello to our good friend, Mr. Jake Root. We'll be back in a minute.
Looking lovely as always.
Oh, no, not for me. I still gotta count receipts.
How do you like this guy? Back in Hamburg, he could drink me under the table.
Back in Hamburg, he didn't own the joint.
Flora, you're sounding great.
Thank you, Jake.
Nobody can sing like you. There's not one singer on Broadway who even comes close.
So how come I ain't on Broadway?
Yeah, how come? Yes, how come this lady is not starring in a big show right now?
She's too tall.
Right. No, she's the perfect size.
Gentlemen, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take my perfect size backstage and get it changed.
Flora, I'll write you a show.
Sure, Jake.
I mean it.
Yeah, you mean it. See you later.
Oh, I'm hurting tonight, Roscoe.
Well, I hadn't noticed. Must be a lady.
The best one yet.
See, I tell you what you ought to do. Go see your friend Santorelli. If anybody knows about ladies, he knows.
And the guarantee of a decent standard of living. Who lives? Okay, I'm coming. Nellie, what are you doing here?
Is it too late to volunteer? Won't you come in, Nellie? It's cold out there. Well, thank you very much, sir. That's very kind of you. I just finished the show, and I'm always a little keyed up afterwards, so I thought I'd drop by.
Does Jake know you're here?
He goes his way, and I go mine. Or haven't you noticed that? I seem to have caught the candidate in his path.
Yeah, well, it's the one time all day when I get to relax. I write all my speeches in the tub.
Call for clean government?
Something like that. What's going on, Nellie? What are we doing here?
Can't you tell?
Yeah, I think I can. And I don't want any part of it.
Oh, we're not going to become all boring and honorable now, are we?
You're my best friend's wife.
Your best friend spends his afternoons at the Waldorf bedding down a 21-year-old girl.
Doesn't matter.
Gentlemen's code.
That's right.
Did it ever occur to you that I could be lonely? That it's not easy for me to come here?
You don't have to beg, Nellie. You can have any man in New York, and you know it.
Did you want me? I wanted you. I wanted you ever since I've seen you.
Please, go away.
Why?
Because I'm lonely, just like you. And if I do this, I'll regret it the rest of my life.
Oh, all right. It's getting late. You better take me home.
Wait, I'll put my clothes on.
That's not what I had in mind. Well, go on. Try not to look so relieved. Marco, come on, it's fun. No. Marco, huh? Jake, what are you doing here this time of night?
Well, I didn't expect this. I really didn't expect this at all.
Jake, why don't we go inside? We can talk.
I can understand her.
You're wrong.
Not you.
Are you listening to me, Jake? Whatever you think you saw is wrong.
My best friend. From Hamburg to Ellis Island. Lower East Side to the big time. Share and share alike.
Jake, damn it.
She's got a great body, doesn't she?
Shut up. Nothing happened.
Of course, the whole town knows we don't sleep together anymore.
Will you tell him?
She's my wife, damn it!
Tell him not a damn thing happened, I swear it.
Come on, Marco!
No, Jake!
Ah, yes, Marco Santarelli. Oh, my old friend, the social climbing gigolo.
Jake, cut it out.
You whore.
Go home, Nellie. The show's over.
Knock, knock, New York, I'm standing on your doorstep. Knock, knock, New York, you better let me in. I've got satchels full of talent, no squeaky violin. I'm a sassy, brassy lady, and I'm ready to begin.
score I've heard in years.
Well, what did I tell you, huh? And I tell you, it's gonna knock New York right off its feet.
Well, Jake, I'm ready to write a check today. Who do you have in mind for the lead?
You just heard her.
No. No, I meant who's actually going to do the show.
The lady I wrote it for, Flora Mitchum.
A colored girl?
Flora's beautiful and sexy, and I wrote the show for her.
Sorry, fellas.
Gentlemen, let's not be hasty.
It's not for us.
I told you they wouldn't go for it.
They'll wish they had. I'll put my own money in the show.
Are you crazy? You'll lose everything.
Come on, Flora, let's go over that number again.
Knock, knock, New York, I'm standing on your doorstep. Knock, knock, New York, you better let me in.
Would you like some candy, Georgie?
I'd love some, thanks. If they have bonbons.
You wait right here. I'll be right back.
Marco Santarelli. My wife and I are going to vote for you. And we're not even Italian.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Yes, sir. We got to get rid of that Pat Riley. You keep up the good work now, huh?
I'll try. Mark, someone I'd like you to meet. Hello, Georgie.
Marco?
It's good to see you again. I'd like you to meet my son, Mark. Mark, this is Miss O'Donnell.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mark. That's a good, strong grip for a 6-year-old.
How did you know I was 6?
Oh, I just guessed.
Miss O'Donnell wrote the picture we just saw, Mark.
Really?
I'm afraid so.
How can you go to the movies? I mean, if you can't see.
Mark.
It's all right. What I do, Mark, is I go with a friend who sits and tells me the story as the film goes along. Then I can sort of see it in my mind's eye.
My dad's a good storyteller.
Yes, I know.
All set for the next feature, Georgie.
Yes. It's nice to meet you, Mark.
Everybody's here tonight. Are you impressed?
Yes, very.
Splendid. I did it all for you. Oh, thanks.
I don't think I ought to.
Come on, Pat. You'll have wonderful visions. It's perfectly legal.
Yes, sir. He's over with. There's nothing left to say.
What are you talking about? Hey, you leave him alone!
It's going to go a little late, my dear. You'd better plan to stay the night.
Jack enters the old mine shaft, searching for Penelope. Suddenly, there is a loud rumble. He looks up. The timbers are beginning to give way. Yes, who is it?
An old friend.
Rita, will you come back in 5 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Georgie, you don't have to be so damn formal with me.
How would you like me to be, Marco? Sweet, demure, innocent?
Just be yourself.
You won't like that. I've changed. I'm not the helpless child you took pity on.
It wasn't pity.
Oh, yes, I forgot. You were madly in love. That's why you married someone else.
I'm not here to defend what I did.
Why are you here?
To tell you that I made a mistake. That none of it means a damn thing to me. The money, the marriage, my career. Georgie, when I lost you, I threw away my life.
And that's supposed to give me some sort of satisfaction.
I just needed to tell you.
Go away, Marco. You made your choice a long time ago, and it didn't include me.
Georgie.
Look, I've built a life for myself, and I like it. I really don't need you coming round here. If you want to confess, go to a priest.
Now you're the cruel one.
That's right. And you're taking up my valuable time. Please leave.
Georgie, don't do this.
Did you hear me? Leave.
Who's gone? It belongs to the landlord. He's convinced the German U-boats are going to turn up at our dock any day, and he's going to have to defend America single-handed. Does the sun ever shine up here? It has been cloudy for 3 days. Having second thoughts? No. I'm just a bit worried about Mark. Mark will be fine. He's got his father and his nurse and his doting grandparents. Maybe I should just let them know where we are. I don't think that's a good idea. Come on, Pat. Let's go for a lovely walk. Hmm? Come on.
Her fever's up again.
You'd better call Dr. Lohman right away, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Rubin, I hope to God it isn't influenza.
It's not. She'll be fine. Just fine.
רחמים שוכן במרומים המצא מנוחה נכונה תחת כנפי השכינה במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע was hearing.
I know a lot of people in America, Jake. But I've only got one friend.
I know, Marco, I know. Nellie, you astound me. Does Ziegfeld know you're planning to go on stage and perform the night of your daughter's funeral?
Probably not. The show must go on, darling. And at least this one's a hit.
Let your understudy go on for one night?
Her? Never. Besides, the press coverage will be phenomenal.
Yeah, Ellie Byfield, a little trooper.
What do you want from me, Jake?
A divorce.
I know you do. But you can't have one.
Ellie, what's the use with Laura gone?
Forget it. I'll never agree to it. Besides, I like being Mrs. Jake Rubin.
And to do what? Go on with this charade?
I don't mind it. It's very respectable. I can live my life and you can live yours. And I never have to wait for a table at a restaurant. You can even have another child if you want. You'd like that, wouldn't you, dear? Maybe a little boy this time.
Mrs. Ogden.
Miss Margaret.
Don't tell me you're interested in modern art.
But I am. I may even buy some of it. Any nibbles on my stepdaughter's work?
Well, there's been a rapturous response from my artist friends, but so far the Philistines have not put pen to check.
I believe this is it.
Yes. Meyerling. The mystery of romance and death, captured in the cold embrace of steel. $750. To you, 10% off.
You're quite a sales lady.
I'm not sure that's a compliment.
We met your father recently.
How very boring for you.
No, not at all. He's a fascinating man and very distinguished. Professor of European history at Harvard.
I do believe you've been checking up on me.
You have a small trust fund and an outstanding note at the Chase Bank for $7,000.
How dare you?
You also owe $1,412 in back taxes to the federal government.
So what?
You're in a spot of trouble, Miss Marbury. You need some help. I am prepared to buy every piece of
art in this gallery for, say, $15,000.
What's the catch?
I think you know. My husband's prepared a legal document for you to sign. In it, you agree not to see Vanessa again.
Oh, how deliciously bourgeois. You come in here waving your checkbook and think that I would give up a love that surpasses understanding for a few pieces of silver. Unbelievable.
Try 20,000.
I'll get my pen.
Georgie.
I've talked to the nurses. They say you'll be all right.
And you've just been sitting here. Still can't believe that you've come.
When I heard about the fire, it frightened me, and I wanted to say that I didn't mean what I said to you last week.
Forget it. I deserved it.
Probably. But Marco, to have left it like that, with you thinking that I don't... Some things just never change.
I have to work it out with Vanessa. She's having a difficult time. And my son, I want him to feel secure. It's going to be a little while before we can be together.
My man of honor, who danced with me on the steerage deck.
My God, how I've missed you.
Your wife's inside, Casey, with your two nieces.
ladies. What a surprise. Righty, darling. How are the children, eh?
They're fine.
What's it been, Georgie? 5 years.
Closer to 6.
I didn't think it possible for you to be even more beautiful. But you are. Isn't she, Mother?
You can sit down, Casey. We'll move directly to the business at hand.
Oh, I see. That sounds terrible important.
Georgie.
On Saturday night, there was a fire at Marco Santarelli's campaign headquarters.
Yes, I did hear tell of that.
I won't mince words. I think you had it done.
Me? You're crazy.
The same way you had phony money planted on him 6 years ago.
That's a damn lie. Niece or no niece, I'll not have you coming in here to my office making outrageous accusations.
You're a hard man, Casey O'Donnell. Oh, I know you've done some terrible things in your life, and I've always shut them out. But not this.
Woman, this is none of your business.
Well, I've made it so. I went through your files at home this morning. The ones you keep in the basement under lock and key.
You what?
Oh, they're in a safe place now. But if Marco Santarelli so much as thinks that you're scheming up something between now and the election, I swear I'll turn them over.
You do that. You'd send your own husband to jail.
Try me.
Will the sun ever shine up here?
Not for bored little girls, love. Come and look at these Aubrey Beardsley drawings. They're deliciously filthy. Oh, dear, we really are depressed today. Missing our little room, are we? With all those faithful servants shuffling about, waiting on us hand and foot.
Shut up, Una. Leave me alone.
Alone is just what you will be, pet. Alone can be arranged toot sweet. Toot de sweet.
I'm sorry. I know I'm being a terrible brat. You're right. How's that feel?
Heaven.
My God. It's Daddy.
Daddy? Oh, goody.
Una, what'll we do?
Ask him to stay to lunch, I suppose. It's getting on for 1 o'clock.
Courage, child. You are what you are.
Daddy.
Hello, Vanessa.
How did you ever find us?
We hired a private detective. Vanessa, I'm here to take you home.
Emotional blackmail, dear. Don't listen.
You broke your agreement.
It wasn't worth the paper it was written on.
What agreement?
A joke, dear.
This woman signed a paper promising not to see you, in return for which I paid her $20,000.
Una, is that true?
I tell you, it was a joke. I'm here now, aren't I?
We received a letter 3 days ago. She's asking for more money, in return for which she says she'll give you up.
Don't look at me like that. I was squeezing the rich. Naturally, one says anything. Not so fast, dearie. Let's look before we leap, shall we? What do you think they're going to make of you back in their world? You're a fallen woman, a pariah, guilty of the love that dare not speak its name.
Daddy, I want you to go home. I'll be there soon. Really, I promise. I just have to wind up a few things here. And then I'll leave.
You sure?
I'm sure. Tell Mark that I love him. Will you do that?
How much was I worth, Una? Darling, don't be ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous. I'd like to know what price you put on our friendship. How much?
I've taken the liberty of preparing your statement myself. I have some experience in these matters.
Yes, sir.
In it, you simply announce that you're retiring from the race for personal reasons. You refuse all comments about Vanessa's death because the matter is still pending before the courts.
Forgive me, darling. Is it really necessary for him to quit the race?
This family has suffered enough. Pat Riley will use this and crucify you and me.
Whatever you want. Just give me the stick.
Goodbye. You'll find that this family is not ungrateful. I have business interests that you can look after.
I want to see how Mark's doing.
Dinner's at 7.
I failed her. I keep remembering the past. All the times Vanessa needed me. I wasn't there.
When I first met you, I knew I would enjoy you. I never imagined I would end up loving you quite so much. Seeing you in pain breaks my heart. Let me help you through this. still don't know why you insisted on coming here.
Mother, it's my birthday, and you said I could have anything I wanted. Everyone is here.
Knock, knock, New York, I'm standing on your doorstep. Knock, knock, New York, don't leave me in the cold. I played all the clubs in Paris and every ticket sold. I'm a scintillating lady and I'm worth my weight in gold. Knock, knock, New York, knock, knock, New York, don't leave me in the cold.
She'll be Broadway's new sensation. Better make your reservation.
All you swells and downtown dandies step inside. Once the critics post the raves, then the crowds will come in waves, and they'll rave about us singing nationwide. Knock, knock, New York, I'm standing on your doorstep. Knock, knock, New York, you better let me in.
Jake put all his own money into this production so Flora Mitchum could star on Broadway. Admitted, she's wonderful.
Broadway's new sensation. Better make your reservation.
Hey, Jake. What? Thanks.
Knock, knock, New York, I'm standing on your doorstep. Knock, knock, New York, you better let me in. I've got satchels full of talent, no squeaky violin. I'm a sassy, brassy lady, and I'm ready to begin. Knock, 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 New York, knock, knock, New York, you better let me in. Knock, knock, New York, knock, knock, New York.
Hey, Roscoe.
What?
Thanks.
Jake, how long do I know you now? 5 years?
About that.
I never lied to you before. I won't start now. It's not a good show. It's a great show. The songs, the book, Flora Mitchum. I think the thing's gonna run forever.
How would you like to have half of it, Jesse?
Oh, sure. Maybe you throw in the Brooklyn Bridge while you're at it.
I'm serious. You know I've got no other backers. I control the whole thing.
So who do I have to kill?
You're opening a studio in California. Why not offer a contract to my wife?
Nellie? Since when is she interested in the movies?
Since you offered to make 3 pictures with her.
Where is it written that you can't get elected without Phipps Ogden?
Georgie, he handpicked my staff, financed my campaign.
He's financed your life. Have I hurt you, my darling? Yes, I have. I'm sorry, but I can't help wondering, where's that wild and reckless lad I met on the boat all those years ago? They locked him up on Ellis Island and he swam to America. But you only exchanged one prison for another. When will you be free, Marco? What will it take to set you free? You don't really want to hand this thing to Pat Riley, do you? Well, then, go after him, lad. You can do it.
We'll be poor again. Can you live like that?
I can live without anything, except you.
Gentlemen, please. Gentlemen, I know you've heard rumors that I'm withdrawing from the state Senate race. I'm here to tell you that you've got it wrong. The fact that I've suffered a personal tragedy in no way lessens my commitment to this district and its people. In fact, if anything, it strengthens my determination to serve them. At a time like this, a man considers every possibility. I admit that in a moment of despair, I did think about pulling out. But in the end, I decided to stay.
Sarah, would you take this out to the car for me, please? Thank you. Jake, I'm late and I really can't explain, but I'll write you a long letter from Hollywood.
Hollywood?
Yes, Hollywood. Jesse Lasky has offered me a long-term movie contract and I have to leave today. There'll be somebody by later on to pick up the trunks.
Nellie, this is all so sudden.
That's the way they work out there. This is the break I've been waiting for. Broadway's had it. It's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I almost forgot. About the divorce, you can have it. Dinner's in the icebox.
Mr. Jake Rubin is cordially invited to address the Horticultural Society of Manhattan.
Mother's Garden Club.
What do I know from flowers?
You'll think of something.
In Russia, we grew beets and cabbage and grain for the horse. Most times the horse ate better than we did.
Just be charming, darling.
Explain something to me. When I first met your mother, she thought I was nothing but a schlepper off the boat. Suddenly, she's got me talking to every volunteer group in New York. She may even break down and let me marry her daughter.
She'll kill you if you don't.
How did I get so respectable?
First of all, you're single.
A divorced man.
Because of you, she had tea with Sergei Rachmaninoff. And when her fancy friends can't get a ticket for Uptown Rhythm, she says, I'll see what I can do.
I can't believe it.
Violet, are you home?
Oh, my God.
The closet. I'll be right down, Mother.
Don't bother, dear. I'm coming up.
Oh, my God.
The closet.
Well, nothing in the afternoon.
I was up half the night.
Join me for tea downstairs, won't you, dear? Oh, you too, Mr. Rubin.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Take care, love.
See you soon, darling.
There's a boy.
You know, this house is ridiculously big for 5 people. For 2. No, no. Pay no attention. I always cry at the final curtain.
It's not the final anything, Maud. We want you to visit us as often as you like, and the same goes for Phipps.
You know, he'll come round eventually.
I don't know. He's a stubborn man.
Oh, no, darling. I'm gonna work on him, starting tonight. I am so very proud of you. I hope you know that. I just wish this house wasn't so big. Go on. Get out of here. Oh, no, you don't. Ciao, caro. Non mi dimenticare.
Mai.
The results of polling in the 13th Congressional District are as follows. Henry Red Clendenning, 387. Joseph Papadopoulos, 27. Patrick P. Riley, 5,600. Marco Santarelli, 7,244. And I hereby declare Marco Santarelli to be elected to the New York State Legislature from the 13th District.
Skies, for amber waves of grace.